Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Art Whisperer 88. Now this is a sequel to my video playing with eights, and what you see here is the ghost print of the last pull, which is like a burnt sienna, and I wanted to make use of it. I didn't want to waste the image because I think it's very interesting. And I went ahead and took some of the leftover acrylic black and did some more of these circles and lines. So now this will be the first layer for this print. This will be a ghost print, and I decided to do a two-tone background. This is called Caramel. This is made by Lukas. It's a very good paint. I think it's made in the UK, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, made in England. Although it is a German company, it's made by Lukas Nurchau of the German Democratic Republic, Dusseldorf. So this is Caramel, which is like a Naples yellow, but a little browner. So that I will do that on this side. So this is the caramel side. And then this is vermilion, one of my favorite colors. It's a very intense, attention-calling color. This is Artist Loft from Michaels. And that will be this side of print. And, oh, by the way, I found a way to solve the squeaky problem. This is a recycled plastic eye drops bottle, and I filled it with baby oil. And WD makes a big mess, and I don't like using it. So this, just a single drop on each end, and quiet as a whisper. No more squeaks. So I'm gonna keep this little eyedropper handy because I wash my brayers very frequently. So anyways, I'm going to work from right to left. This is totally new experience to work with a totally silent brayer. It's like riding in a fancy car. Okay. So I'm working my way from left to right. I'm sorry, from right to left. I got that backwards. But once this is printed, it will be in reverse. The vermilion will be on the right side, and the caramel will be on the left. So it can get confusing if you forget. Okay. Now these are brand new paints, so they're very sticky, and I may have put too much, but that means I have to leave the paper on the plate much longer. Let me just make sure I don't have any smudges. I want a nice clean edge. And I do have to clear the way, because when I lift my paper, from the right side to the left. I have to make sure that there is nothing here that can be knocked over. Okay, before I do the paper, there's an all-important thing I have to do. Just to add some texture. Okay, here's my paper. And I found out also the reason why I get a smudge here on the top is when I land the paper on the registration bar, I can't hesitate. I have to do it in one shot, like this. I can't hesitate and play around. I'm going to start smearing the top. Okay, so this, since I'm picking up the ghost print and the background at the same time, I'm going to take my time and leave this paper, and it will allow the paper to absorb the paint. And that's why I like Somerset paper. It's very flexible. It's a thick paper, but it's not brittle. It's flexible. And it's a little forgiving. I find that compared to some other papers, which are very good papers, but they are kind of brittle. In other words, if you fold it by mistake, you'll get a nasty wrinkle. Okay, so back after half an hour. Okay, it's been about half an hour, and I can clearly see the edge of the plate has marked itself. So let's see. Looks kind of rugged. It looks like the edges didn't transfer. But the ghost print did, which I'm happy about. That's what I find more important. And I do like the combination of caramel and vermilion. Now, when I'm pulling this, I'm not deliberately slowing it down. It's really hard to pull this off. It's stuck like duct tape. And if I try to speed things up, one of two things. Either the plate will come flying off the table, or I will tear this paper. Neither of which I want to happen. Okay. Oh, I like this. Very cool. And there's nothing that collage can't fix. This might look a little rugged, but it adds to the interest. In fact, there are very slight traces of lettering here that must have come from the stencil. So anyway, I'm air drying this and then coming back with some collage, because I think there's enough going on with the circles, brushwork, scribbles, and the textures that it can stand by itself. So back in a few minutes. Okay, back after a few minutes. I have been digging through my box of scraps and I found these. This is leftover tissue paper from a warm-up exercise. It has right angles, and I think this will make up for the missing right angles there, and provide some interest in the corner. And the same with this piece here. I'm going to trim this there. Then I have another modified X. This is also a leftover stencil. The same with this. And I think this sap green has a very nice contrast with this red. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mount these. I'll mount the tissue paper first. And okay, that's number one. Now this will be a little tricky because of this. It's a awkward shape. There. Now once I get the leg, I'll move my way upwards. There we go. So I compensate for the missing printed area. Now this looks good here. So none of these stencil papers go to waste. They get recycled and reused, and I think it's very effective. Okay, that's for the modified X, and this is for the kind of like a letter C. Do that here, like so. There. I think that looks pretty cool for a ghost print. Because if you think about it, a ghost print is really a fancy name for a leftover. Because that's what a ghost print is. It's leftover paint. But sometimes the leftovers are the most interesting. So here's a close-up. There's this scribble tissue paper on the upper left. And lots going on here. So I hope you liked this video as much as I did. It was fun to make this. It's always fun to retrieve something otherwise that would be thrown away. I believe in that, and sometimes it tests your creativity if you can remake something that normally would be a piece of trash. So anyways, thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I hope to see you next time.